Fit. Do me a favor, stock already.
Let me get,
Huh?
Let me get your pair of ankles. Yeah, I'm gonna start getting. Well,
No, let Fit deal with that.
Yeah, that's it.
Turn around, watch these guys. Let me deal with Fit real quick. Have Rosado come over here.
Ain't got no weapon, man. It's just your bread, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, straight. Alright, but bro, you could turn around, bro.
Damn, what's
It's
going on?
it's your ex. I don't know what it is, bro. I'm pretty sure you know what's up. You got a case out of Doral. That's where you stay by? Huh?
So is that warrant?
Yeah.
Gervonta Tank Davis finally broke his silence, and it wasn't in a press conference or statement through his lawyer. It was raw, live, and emotional. In front of nearly 200,000 viewers on Instagram, Tank sat in the middle of his half-empty Baltimore mansion, eyes red, voice shaky, saying, "They took everything from me." Within hours, clips from the stream spread everywhere. The man who once filled arenas was now fighting tears as federal agents circled his home. His mansion seized, his fight with Jake Paul canceled, his career hanging by a thread. But this isn't just another fall from grace story. This is the breaking point of one of boxing's most gifted and self-destructive stars. Let's break it down.
Outside the ring, for some reason he gets in trouble. You know, I'm not sure what he's going through, or if he is going through something. Man, we wish him, you know, all the best, and hopefully he gets back on a straight line. You know, we always wish that for fighters, because this is a tough sport. You know, that gets into your psyche and kind of with you. You know, but I think Tank Davis, yeah, he has his whole career ahead of him. I don't really know if he wanted this fight. I don't really know if he wanted an exhibition. I don't think that's in Tank's nature, you know? Yeah, it would have been a great payday. Yeah, it would have been a lot of exposure, but it does nothing to Tank's legacy. And I really do think that Tank cares about his legacy. There's no loss in Gervonta Davis not fighting Jake Paul. Who knows if he's gonna fight ever again? I wish he does. We want to see him against the very best, like he always fights. You know, he's a plus for the sport. I really do wish he gets his. I can't even say life, because I mean, I'm sure his life is together. It's just, you know, maybe he's going through a few things, you know, personally, and he's got to just get them together and move on. Let's go. Let's get the fights, you know, that the fans want to see. Let's make them and give the fight fans, you know, some excitement.
When Tank went live that night, it wasn't some planned PR stunt. There were no bright lights, no publicists, no script. Just a man surrounded by half-packed boxes, sitting in a dimly lit living room that used to scream luxury, now filled with echoes of what used to be his life. He started by addressing the fight that everyone's been talking about, his canceled mega bout with Jake Paul. The fight that was supposed to headline Netflix, pull in millions, and possibly save his career.
Baltimore native and boxing champ Gervonta Tank Davis is sent to jail less than a month after he was ordered to serve 3 months of home detention. He was taken into custody after an impromptu hearing yesterday, and now he will finish his 90-day sentence in the Baltimore City jail. Deputies say Davis violated the terms of his home detention sentence in a 2020 hit-and-run crash. He said his home was too small, so he moved to the Four Seasons Hotel, but did not get permission from the judge. He received his 90-day sentence after pleading guilty in February to a crash that injured 4 people.
They took everything from me, man. Everything. The house, the cars, and now the fight. I was ready. I trained harder than I ever did.
Be 1 foot in, 1 foot out too. What are you talking about? You know how much money you got? You know how hard it is getting out that bed to go run early in the morning in the gym for hours, and you know you looking at 20 million easy. You own all this real estate. You rich. You don't have to do this ever again. Then the compounding interest, like let's say he got, 20 million in the bank. he get 5% off of that, so he probably making $500,000 in interest. He not even spending his money. So it's like, hell yeah, he out of here. What? He gone.
But here's the thing. The fight wasn't canceled because of injuries or negotiations. It was canceled because of him.
I'm curious, Tank, when you walk into the ring, how much you think you'll weigh?
When I walk in the ring?
Yeah.
With or without the ankle monitor on?
That's corny. That's super corny. I don't know how much I'll weigh.
And the handcuffs too.
Huh? What are you talking about, fam?
How do you win this fight?
That outfit is trash. For real. That outfit is garbage. And that hairstyle. Anybody that ever rocked a mohawk is a fucking clown. We all know this. Anybody rocked a mohawk. Name
You
them.
want to see clowns? You want to see clowns? Gervonta, you're the fucking clown, buddy. You're the fucking clown, Gervonta. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is the clown. I got you a poodle.
Now, okay. Now, since we on this, if I put my hands on females or anything like that, right? If I put my hands on females or anything like that, you know how many female? Like, come on, it will be mad. You see how when I don't even want to bring up nobody thing, what's the name about that? But P Diddy, when things got like that, no, listen. When one female did a charge, it was mad females coming out, right? So if I hit a female, right, wouldn't it be mad other females? Like I ain't been just with one female. Like I'm 30 years old. Like let's be real, I've been with more than one female. Wouldn't mad females come out and say something about me hitting them? No.
Okay.
Weeks before the fight, Tank was hit with a civil lawsuit from his ex-girlfriend, Courtney Russell. Allegations of battery, kidnapping, and emotional abuse surfaced, and within 48 hours, Jake Paul's team, Most Valuable Promotions, announced the event was off. They didn't hesitate. A statement read, "We unequivocally condemn any form of violence and will not move forward with this event." That line hit Tank like a knockout, because this wasn't just a fight, it was his comeback, his ticket back into relevance after that shaky draw with Lamont Roach. Now, it's all gone. But the nightmare didn't stop there.
Tank Davis, somebody you've had some interaction with on social. What do you make of maybe the lack of discipline or arrest?
Lack of discipline. Lack of discipline. Is that what you want to put it down to?
Yeah.
It's more than lack of discipline.
Yeah.
It's vile. Do you know what I mean? I don't condone that at all in the slightest. So it's not got nothing to do with lack of discipline. It's got everything to do with moral compass. And for me, that's just, it ain't right.
Just days after the fight was officially scrapped, federal agents raided Tank's Baltimore mansion as part of an ongoing investigation tied to those same domestic allegations and something much deeper. Neighbors reported seeing a swarm of black SUVs outside the gated property around dawn. Agents were spotted hauling out boxes, hard drives, cash, and, according to leaked reports, weapons. Inside sources say the feds found illegal gun parts, unregistered cash totaling nearly $500,000, and security footage showing unknown individuals entering the home late at night in the days before the raid. If true, that's not just bad, that's career-ending.
Jake Paul knew what it was when he first signed the fight. This ain't the first time he had battery against a woman. You knew what it was when you first signed the fight. So don't get mad and cuss him out and talk bad about him now. You knew what it was when you signed up for it. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's not do that. I don't talk bad about him either, but don't do the dude like that. No, the dude having a hard time in his life right now. Don't just do him like that, you know what I mean? Because you knew exactly what he was when you signed him to fight the first time. All I gotta say.
And when Tank addressed it on livestream, his voice cracked. "They making me out to be some monster, bro. Yeah, I got money, I got cars, but I ain't no criminal. I'm not who they say I am." But even his most loyal fans were divided. Some were in the comments writing, "Stay strong, champ," while others said flat out, "You did this to yourself." See, for Gervonta Davis, this isn't new. His story's been a cycle: success, scandal, repeat.
These allegations against Gervonta Davis, they're very serious allegations. Anybody that's laying hands on women needs to be shut down straight away. They need to be, for me, they need to be locked up and the key thrown away. You shouldn't touch women. They're not there to be touched and have their hands laid on them. I've got 2 daughters. I've got my wife, my mother. Anybody out there who's close relationship to women knows you do not lay your hands on women ever. Don't touch them. And if you do, you should be prisoned. As simple as that. That's my take on it. It's totally out of it. It's really serious. Tank needs to get a grip and stop doing what he's doing because he's got previous. This is all alleged, don't forget. This is all allegations, so we're not trying to convict anybody here on Frotch on Fighting. We're just pointing out the facts. He's been accused of all the serious allegations from earlier. It's not good enough, and from the fight being made to the weight disparity to Gervonta Davis being a wrong un in terms of these allegations, the whole thing is just an absolute circus.
From the outside, he had it all. A star under Floyd Mayweather's promotion, knockout power that could sell out arenas, and millions in the bank. But behind that, the cracks were showing. In 2020, he was arrested for domestic battery after a video went viral showing him grabbing his then-girlfriend by the throat in public. In 2023, he served 44 days in jail for violating house arrest after a hit-and-run conviction. And just this year, he was accused again of domestic assault, the case that finally broke everything open.
Welcome back. Champion boxer Gervonta "Tank" Davis out of jail tonight. The famous South Florida fighter bonded out less than an hour ago.
Now he's accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend in front of their children. CBS News Miami's Trish Christakis is live at the jail in West Miami-Dade with details on the allegations against.
Fans were patient at first. They said, he's young, he'll learn. But after years of headlines and second chances, patience turned into doubt.
Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up. He done. Tank is done. Period.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag, of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something solo, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not going to fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
Even boxing legends like Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley said on air that Tank had too many demons and was losing focus. And that's the thing. In boxing, distractions cost careers.
Yeah, look. I'll just say this, man. Tank Davis got to be the most stupidest boxer ever in the history of boxing, man. And I mean that, I mean that wholeheartedly, for real. Man, $40 million. Think about that. $40 million down the drain. So he calls himself, he's about his money, right? He's about business. Are you truly about business? Are you? Because, dude, like, why are you getting in these sort of altercations, bro? Weeks before the fight, like, come on, man. Like, this has been his MO. That's the issue that I'm having, right? Is that this has been his MO. He's done this the last time. He did the same thing, but the case, I guess, got dropped or whatever. But this is the thing, man. MVP should have had a backup plan because you got to understand Tank's history, man. You got to understand his habits. Tank hasn't always followed the script. Tank has always been spoiled over there at PBC. Spoiled. Tank usually do whatever the hell he wants. Shows up to meetings late. You know what I mean? Workouts late. He's on his own time. And PBC allowed him to do that. And he think he can take that type of business and bring it over here with Jake Paul. And Jake Paul is saying like, man, well, this dude's a clown. Like, we got to sell this fight. I heard the fight wasn't really selling like it was supposed to. It wasn't sold out.
When Jake Paul's camp pulled the plug, most people assumed it was a moral decision, but insiders say it was also business. Jake's brand is built on controversy, but controlled controversy. He'll play the villain in the ring, but never outside of it. And with Netflix and corporate sponsors involved, the second Tank's legal troubles turned into federal news. The deal became radioactive. According to reports, Jake's team was already in talks to replace Tank with another major name, possibly Ryan Garcia or Nate Diaz, to keep the Netflix event alive. So, while Tank was live streaming his pain, Jake was already moving on. And fans noticed. One comment summed it up perfectly. Jake's building an empire. Tank's burning one down. The internet exploded after the stream. Some fans said Tank finally showed emotion, that they saw a man who'd been carrying too much for too long. Others weren't so forgiving. One user on X wrote, "Every time Tank gets close to greatness, he ruins it himself." Another said, "You can't play gangster and boxer at the same time. Pick one." Even former pros weighed in. Timothy Bradley said, "This ain't the Tank we used to see. That dog, that hunger, it's gone. He's fighting battles that have nothing to do with the ring." And that's the scary part, because once a fighter loses the love for boxing, it's almost impossible to get it back.
We can debate the top fighter in the world pound for pound. We can do that. What we cannot do is debate who's the most exciting fighter, who's the biggest box office attraction in boxing. That would happen to be Gervonta Davis. We just got to accept it. I think that Frank Martin is a talented fighter. He'll make some things happen down the line in the future, but we'll never look at him the same after that destruction. Not to say that we won't respect him, but we'll never look at him the same because he got destroyed by Gervonta Davis. And that's no shame, that's no slouch, but damn, still in all, if you get destroyed, you get destroyed. Gervonta Davis is the #1 box office attraction. Who I want to see him against next is Shakur Stevenson. I don't want to see him against Devin Haney because Devin Haney has proven to me that he's not a good punch taker. I want to see Gervonta Davis in the ring with somebody perceived as having enough power to put him on the canvas too. That's what I want to see.
Let's not forget, this was the same Gervonta Davis who used to fill entire arenas with knockout after knockout. The same guy Mayweather called the future of boxing. But that relationship fell apart too. After years of tension and public back and forths, Tank broke away from Mayweather Promotions. He accused Floyd of being controlling and taking credit for his success. Floyd, on the other hand, called Tank ungrateful and said he'd end up like every other fighter who thought they could do it alone.
Do you think Floyd did that intentionally?
Yeah, for sure.
Why? After so much time, he helped you come into the game. He gave you the spotlight. Like, why would he try to diminish your career?
Because at that time, I don't want to go too deep into it. It was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter, or the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat. So they sent it to Floyd, and Floyd bugged out.
Okay.
So that's what made it like.
And maybe, just maybe, Floyd was right. Because now, while Floyd is headlining exhibitions with Mike Tyson and cashing million-dollar checks, Tank's fighting to stay out of court and to keep what's left of his legacy. Here's the million-dollar question. Can Gervonta Davis come back from this? Right now, it doesn't look good. His sponsors have gone quiet, Netflix's legal team has distanced themselves, and his license could be suspended depending on how the case unfolds.
I don't think Tank cares about what it does for the sport. I think, and I get it, like I was very open and honest with my last fight and the things around it. Tried not to be before because I didn't want anyone to, you know, not be excited for what was a good fight on paper, definitely. But when you kind of lose that love for the craft and the discipline, and getting in the ring don't mean as much as it did when you was growing up and on the way up. I've kind of seen that in Tank. Now, he had a hard fight against Lamont Roach Jr. and that might have been a part of it. Like, wow, man, this is getting hard against fighters that I think I'm levels above, and turned out on the night that I wasn't. And not only that, we're prize fighters. I hope, for the little people of the world, I hope Jake Paul gets absolutely starched by someone nearly half his size.
But boxing has always loved redemption stories. Mike Tyson went to prison and came back to fight again. Floyd faced scandals and rebuilt his empire. Even Canelo bounced back from failed drug tests and became a global icon. The difference is, those fighters learned when to shut up, train, and let the gloves do the talking. Tank's still stuck in the noise.
I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older now or what, but I feel like Gervonta is a hell of a fighter, but he needs to get his mental together. When I hear some of his interviews and I see some of the stuff that he's saying, I can just tell that he's not in love with the sport no more. I can tell that he didn't get his just due. I mean, it was crazy to hear that he said he got evicted out of a house or something like that.
If he wants to save his career, he needs to disappear from headlines, clean up his image, and remind the world why they called him Tank in the first place. Because right now, the fighter who once made knockouts look easy is getting knocked down by his own mistakes. Fans might not forgive him right away, sponsors won't come rushing back, and Jake Paul's moved on to his next big payday. But Gervonta Davis still has one thing left: time. Time to rebuild, time to reflect, and time to decide whether he still wants to fight or if the fighter in him has already hung up the gloves. Because right now, this isn't about boxing, it's about survival. And if there's one thing Tank's proven over and over, it's that he knows how to survive. So, what happens next? Does the FBI find more in their investigation? Does Jake Paul find a new opponent? Or does Tank pull off the ultimate comeback and remind everyone why he's still one of the most dangerous men in the ring? Only time will tell. But for now, Gervonta Davis isn't trending for knockouts. He's trending for heartbreak, mistakes, and what could have been. Drop your thoughts below. Is Tank done for good, or does he still have one fight left in him? I'll catch you in the next video.